So you got some rap vocals, some reggaeton vocals, some modern pop vocals, and you need that extra little sheen, that extra little punch. What better way to do it than with an SSL channel strip? The classic SSL sound. And now we got Waves plugins. They've been around forever. They've given us the EV2 channel, and it's got something really special about it. And I'm going to show it to you. Radium POW. Let's get into it. So obviously the biggest question is, do we need another SSL style EQ or channel strip when we have so many? Well, I think Waves kind of answered this question pretty well. I'm going to play a little track for you real quick. It's a reggaeton vibe, and this is going to be the perfect use of the SSL EV2 channel. I'm excited to show you what I love most about this channel strip. But before I do that, please hit the little thumbs up. It helps us so much for the channel. It helps more people get this information, get better at mixing, mastering, producing, songwriting, all that good stuff. And we just want to reach more people. So hit the like button. Drop a comment, ask a question, always here to help. I'm going to play you a little phrase from this track, and then I'm going to focus in on this lead vocal, and I'm going to show you what this SSL EV2 channel can do.
A 180 en la Jacquire y no eres mí. Un culito bien pegado está pa' mí. Brilloteo en el cuello, eso es así. Oh.
Okay, so I just got into the mix with this guy, right? So I have a Pro Q3. Real quick, I'm just going to show you the channel strip. Dipping out a little bit of that 700 on a dynamic EQ, getting rid of all the garbage at the bottom. Got some auto-tune on there. Got a vocal rider, keeping it together. A distressor, really great. Love it on opto setting. So I'm giving it some smooth compression. But let's see what we can do with this SSL EV channel. So the EV channel, something really, really cool about this is the modern look. I love that they updated the modern look of this. It reminds me of the new SSL consoles that are kind of hybrids between digital and analog. I've worked on the 6000, the 4000, the EG EQs and series. I've worked on the 9K, the 9J, right? So that kind of reminds me of the 9000 series of the SSL. This look does, but it also kind of reminds me of all the new digital consoles, which is great. It's clean. It's pristine. It looks nice. It looks real nice.
Over the dress.
They're nice.
So let's get this vocal going a little bit more, because one thing I'm noticing about the vocal is it's just not popping enough. It doesn't have that star quality, that pop sound to it. So let's see what we can do with this SSL EV2.
A 180 en la Jacquire y no eres mí. Un culito bien pegado está pa' mí. Brilloteo en el cuello, eso es así. Oh. A 180 en la Jacquire y no eres mí. Un culito bien pegado está pa' mí. Brilloteo en el cuello, eso es así. Oh. A 180 en la Jacquire y no eres mí. Un culito bien pegado está pa' mí. Brilloteo en el cuello, eso es así. Oh. Es mí. Un culito bien pegado está pa' mí. Brilloteo en el cuello, eso es así. Oh. A 180 en la Jacquire y no eres mí. Un culito bien pegado está pa' mí. Brilloteo en el cuello, eso es así. Oh. A 180 en la Jacquire y no eres mí. Un culito bien pegado está pa' mí. Brilloteo en el cuello, eso es así. Oh. A 180 en la Jacquire y no eres mí. Un culito bien pegado está pa' mí. Brilloteo en el cuello, eso es.
Had to tuck the ears back so I could really hear that high end. You feel me? This EQ type, the brown versus the black. What does it mean? What are these things? Brown EQ is actually the original circuitry of what SSL EQs are. It's much more subtle. And I'd say the black EQ type is the newer model. It's the newer SSL design. And the black type I would use typically to cut out frequencies or get rid of things that are kind of not serving the song very well. It gets a little tighter on the Q, the quality. You can get real tight and cut stuff out, and you don't get too much phase shifting, which is great. Brown is much more subtle, and I think it's probably the best EQ or one of the best EQs for vocals in the world, and you're going to hear it on so many records. It's everywhere. So I love the brown type when I'm doing just like some subtle boosting. I'm shelving up here at about 15K. I gave a little 7K boost here because there's not too many sibilant problems. So I just kind of gave that a little sheen, right? A little pop record sheen. Widened out the Q a little bit. I tucked back just a touch of that 8400, 800. That's really like the, that nasally kind of congestion stuff. And then a little bit of more body, a little more punch and body here. I belled it out just so I can push a little bit more of that body in the vocal. Couple dB there. Now let's get into a little compression to sort of solidify this thing, glue it a little bit more.
A 180 en la Ducati, you know that's me. Un culito bien pegado está pa' mí. Brilloteo en el cuello, eso es así. Oh. A 180 en la Ducati, you know that's me. Un culito bien pegado está pa' mí. Brilloteo en el cuello, eso es así. Oh. A 180 en la Ducati, you know that's me. Un culito bien pegado está pa' mí. Brilloteo en el cuello, eso es así. Oh.
And last thing I want to do with this vocal is just I want to turn on the split, which is going to give me my filters. And I want to bring this filter up pretty high, maybe to even 90, 85, 90. And that'll just clean up that bottom stuff. I'm going fast in the attack. I think fast attack is awesome on SSL style compression. Great for rap, trap, reggaeton, stuff like this. You know, it's just pop, pop, pop. It's punchy. Just giving it a touch. It's just 3 dB and I'm compressing at a 1.8 to 1 ratio. So we're just touching it. We're just lightly giving it some love. And if you noticed earlier, I turned this on and that actually solos out what you're doing with the EQ. So as you boost it, check this out.
A 180 en la Ducati, you know that's me. Un culito está pa' mí. En la Ducati, you know that's me. Un culito bien.
Best part about this, when you turn this on, what it's actually doing is it's saying, anytime I touch one of these EQs, it's going to solo out what you're doing with that EQ, which I think is super dope. That's one of the features where I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you. And the ability to switch from brown to black EQ types. Holy crap. Thank you, Waves. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Give it up. You guys did it again. It's very affordable, which is awesome. So with this, if I go turn this guy on, check this out. I'm just going to go, let's say, mess with this high mid frequency range.
A 180. A 180 en la Ducati, you know that's me. Un culito bien.
I mean, come on! It's amazing! It's like, why use FabFilter anymore, you know, or these graphical, you know, giving you the display, you can see everything. Now you can actually use your ears for real, which I think is super, super important in mixing, especially with modern mixing now, where everybody's mixing with their eyes. They're like, yo, I see the 700 is peaking, I better go dip it out with my FabFilter. And I get that, you want to move fast, but this helps you move fast too, while just using your ears, which I think is very, very important. So let's see if this also gives us that ability on the compression.
A 180 en la Ducati, you know that's me. Un culito bien pegado está pa' mí. Brilloteo en el cuello, eso es así. Oh.
I mean, I don't know how they would do that, but that'd be pretty awesome if they were just giving us the wet signal of the compression 100%, so we can kind of hear what the compression was doing. I don't know, maybe that's the future. I'm looking too far in the future here. But hey, this plugin right here, EV2, I'm going to give it a good 8 out of 10. I think it's an incredible sound too. It just sounds so colorful and musical. Like, I'm really happy about it. And also the ability to, you know, single out this, get the different EQ types. That's such a game changer for my mix workflow and everything. And you know, switching between the two, check them out, take a listen, pick up the plugin. It's really not that expensive. Waves is always having sales. Go grab it. I'll put a link right here so you can just grab it right on that link. If you guys like this video, share it with some other people. And of course, subscribe to the channel, show some love, and I'll keep these plugin of the weeks coming. Go SSL your life. Peace.